how do I find my purpose in God as a student?
How do I find my purpose? Go to God. Ask God questions. First of all, recognize that you've been bought with a price. You are not your own. You are not expected to live for yourself. Once you have come to that point where you have embraced the fact that you are not to live for yourself, then begin to ask God questions. Ask him questions. That's the first point of call. Number 2, study your life. Know yourself. Look at yourself. Look at yourself from within. Like I tell my wife, I've said it publicly too. If I was not a preacher, I most likely would have been an actor. Yes, I would have been acting. And every time I say it, my wife said, you would have married yourself. Because you will never have married an actor. If I was not an actor, I would have been a politician. The reason I would have been an actor if I was not a preacher is because it comes to me naturally. Naturally. If you give me a role now to interpret right now, I don't need to read the script twice. Acting comes to me naturally. I did acting in school. I saw people healed in my fellowship. I did it for a long time. The reason I would have been a politician if I was not an actor is because I have burdens for nations. I can tell you what happened to me when during the American politics. I don't know why. I just have a burden for the United States. And I follow their politics. When certain things happened there, it was like I was sick. I would have been a politician. I like to be able to bring the weight of God upon government. But I'm not a politician. I'm not an actor. I'm in ministry because I was able to discern that that's what God wants to do with me. So you need to be able to hear God's voice. Why I said all of that is to say that studying yourself can also be misleading. That's where discerning the voice of the Spirit now comes in. You must know how to talk to God. Another thing with prayer is most people know how to talk to God. They don't know how to receive what Rev was talking about, feedback. So people are confused. How do I receive feedback? You must know how God speaks to you. You must. Don't wait for critical moments like I talked about your prophetic script now. You are now under pressure to hear God. How come you've not been hearing God since? My sheep know my voice. My sheep hear my voice. The voice of a stranger, they will not follow. It's your inheritance not to be confused. So if you are always confused, then the first thing is to begin to ask God, teach me how to hear your voice. Now when you know how to receive feedback, then you can now begin to ask critical questions. So that when you receive feedback, you will know that it is God that is speaking to you. I hope I have tried to answer.
Thank you, sir.